We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome back to the Freak Show. I'm your host, Bumpy McSquigums, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with more Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era. And we're going to take on the challenges. Hopefully they go pretty quick. It looks like at least some of them are going to be quick. Maybe a few might be slightly more complex, but I don't know. So we're going to give it a shot, and we're going to try to get through it as quickly as we can. And let us see what we can do. So I guess we'll start on the right-hand side here. Learn what affects the weekly creature growth in your cities. All right. I probably should have started on the left and then gone to the right, much like we read books, but for whatever reason, I decided to go backwards this time. It's probably fine, but we'll see. All right. Your army is the key to victory. Winning battles won't be easy without proper attention to your forces. Creatures can be recruited both in your cities and at external dwellings scattered across the global map. Each week, new reinforcements become available for hire in these locations. Most notably, external creature dwellings not only allow manual recruitment, but also passively increase the weekly growth of the corresponding creatures in all of your cities. Very, very important to know that. By managing your army effectively and controlling territories with these dwellings, you will steadily grow your forces and secure your path to victory. In this mission, gather an army and defeat the enemy forces in the lower part of the map within 2 turns. Note, a new game week will begin after you end your first turn. Alright, let's go take a peek at the city. Looks like we have whoever Ister is, and we have an angel, I'm going to assume. Let's go take a peek at the city. We cannot build anything. Radiant Forge is built, allows us to recruit angels. Okay. Does it tell us how many per week that we're getting? I know there's 1 of 1 that's available. Oh, it does, right down here. Okay. So, 1 of 1. I'm going to go ahead and actually recruit the one. It looks like we have a limited amount of money and gems, and every angel is going to require a gem to hire. Okay, so basically we're getting +1 each week. So in this particular scenario, it's going to be another +1 next turn around. That's not the right thing that's supposed to happen. I have heard that when you click this building, it's supposed to bring up your troop recruitment thing like it does in other games, but something was wrong with the tutorial, and we're still in the tutorial technically, so maybe it's still not right, but it shouldn't bring up the build buildings button. That's strange. Oh well. Anyway, demo, right? So no hate from me. All right, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna grab the several radiant forges, and if we pick this up, we're gonna confirm what we heard earlier. That now down here we have a +2 to the Anglais. We're gonna come over here. It's gonna be a +3. We're gonna come over here. It's gonna be a +4, and then if we go down to the final one, I don't know how much movement we have. It's going to be a +5. And I can make it all the way back. I think I'm going to go here. I'm going to hang out here. This is where I'm going to end it. So in theory, we should have a +5 here. Yep, we do. Alright, works for me. We ended the turn. We're going to go face off against whatever that is. Does it tell us what it is? That doesn't tell us any more info. Alright, so we're going to be able to grab up another one of these. And we have a +5, and there are 5 available waiting for us. We just have to make it there. Let us do that. There we are. We're just going to keep it all in a big super stack. This is different and new. I don't know what this is. I have no idea what that is. But that's a thing. That is a thing that we have. That wasn't there before. It's been a while since I did the last episode. I basically did all of those first 4 episodes in the first 2 days of the demo being out, and now it's been out for quite a chunk of change, a little while at least, and I'm doing the next episode. So there's been a lot of iterations. I've had to update the game at least twice, possibly more. So they are doing things to make the demo more powerful than ever before. All right, we're gonna start the battle. It looks like he waited first, or she, the Hive Queen. It does look like it's a melee. Part high mind, serves powerful, morale. Okay. If I just sit here... You will close with me no matter what, right? But you didn't get a double swing on me. Oh, right, I'm a ranged character. I keep forgetting that's a thing. I could have actually shot her instead of moving at the start. Alright, so I'm going to have to try to keep that in my mind because it's just not something that I think about. Angels previously, and again, it's fine. I'm not complaining like, oh, they need to stick to exactly how they... No, that's fine. Take some liberties with how various different units work. There'll be a few that I might, you know, not particularly love, but the Angels being ranged is not like a, oh my gosh, how could they ever do this type situation. I think that's totally fine. Alright. Pretty straightforward. We'll just kind of bash our head against them until they fall, and there it is. Congratulations on successfully completing the mission. Aw yeah, victory is ours. Alright. Pretty quick, pretty easy. We're going to go to the next one. Act 1 complete. Okay, sure. Oh, it jumped me back there. I don't know why it's showing me like Act 1 completed. Hero chaining. I guess we'll do that one, and then we do path. You know what? Let's do pathfinding first. Then we'll do hero chaining. Act 1 completed. Boom, boom. All right, pathfinding. Oh, this is gonna be a little bit complicated, I think, but I have no idea what they're gonna do as a test. Looks like there's boots there, and I don't know what that is. Movement points are a key resource that must be managed with great care. As you already know, they are spent when moving heroes, so use them wisely, or using them wisely allows you to explore the map more efficiently and cover greater distances in a single turn. The number of movement points required for each step varies depending on the direction of movement. Of course, moving diagonally costs more points. Terrain type also affects the cost of movement. It looks like there's more to it than this, but there's also a second page, so instead of me jumping in and babbling about stuff that they're going to explain on the next page, I'm assuming, I'll wait, and then I will see. Moving along roads reduces the cost. Yep. Moving through terrain increases the cost. That's okay. It's oddly worded, but sure. It's fine. Moving through river squares increases the cost even further. Okay, so roads are great. Terrain and river, bad. However, there are situations where a hero can move through a terrain without penalty. And each step costs a standard amount of movement points. Okay, good. The terrain is native to the hero's faction. If the terrain is native to the faction of all the creatures in the hero's army, if the hero has accumulated bonuses that reduce terrain penalties or can currently fly, plan your actions carefully on the global map. This will help you achieve your goal. Alright. In this mission, you must reach the marked location at the edge of the map. Manage your hero's movement points carefully, and you'll surely succeed. Alright, what are we looking at here? It seems like we're in undead stuff. And we have whoever this guy, Leon Sticky Fingers, and we've got John Johnson, the man, the myth, the legend. He's got swordsman, I think they're called in this game. And so does he, but we have undead that we can get from here. So if we swap those, that's going to help us. But what do we need to do with it? Okay, so the goal is to get here. I assume if we just try to move, it's not going to work. And there's no way chaining any hero thing is going to work in this situation either. We can go there, but cutting through all this swamp, I think, is what's slowing us down. So, can you make it all the way? You can make it all the way there. Now, are the boots a red herring, or are the boots necessary? I mean, they taught us about items that can change it, and hero skills that can change it. They taught us about the terrain being matching either the hero or all of the faction, or all of the units in an army. And they gave us 2 skeletons, or whatever these guys are. I assume they're skeletons. Skeletons. I'm going to say it's not a red herring. We have to get the boots. How much movement are we going to have left after this, though? Clearly not enough to get back that way, right? No. But we can get a little bit... Okay, let's see if we can trade off the boots here to him, maybe. And then that will give him... The boots were, like, no terrain penalties or something, right? Something like that? I always switch to the other heroes to do the trade. I don't know why. It's just a thing. Eliminates terrain penalties. Yeah. Also works as snow boots, desert boots, deathland boots, etc. Alright. What are these? Swamp boots? Swamp boots. So these will work as whatever terrain. So that gives us unobstructed terrain. So the terrain doesn't matter. We can move across everything. I don't know about the river tile, but does this give us enough to make it? It does! Oh, sweet. Alright, first try. Look at that. Sweet. Congratulations. Successfully completed the mission. I am a hero. Okay, cool. So that was that. Now we're going to go to heroes chaining. Alright, let's do it. Alright, I'm getting behind it. We're breezing through these relatively quick. I mean, maybe not the fastest. I thought maybe it'd be a little bit quicker, but there's a lot of information and important things that you guys need to know and details and such. Hero chaining. Hero logistics on the global map is one of the most powerful tools for achieving victory. Properly positioning your heroes allows you to explore efficiently and complete multiple objectives in a single turn. Each hero can only reach a limited number of objects nearby, but what if you need to accomplish several tasks in one turn? Or if your hero lacks the army to defeat a powerful enemy? Well, in such cases, you can perform a hero chain, an act of passing armies and artifacts from one hero to another. This allows you to move everything you need across great distances within the same turn. Plan ahead by calculating how far each hero can travel and where they'll end up for the next day. Position them carefully so they are ready to form a chain when needed. With well-planned logistics, your strategic options will expand significantly, giving you a clear advantage on the map. Yes, hero chaining is vitally important. It is a very good way to feed a death ball army, which is, again, the general way that I do that. What are these buttons? Or meters or whatever they are. Sorry, it's I don't want to say it's bugging me, but it's making me keep looking at them and wonder. Like, this looks like a headset. It's fine. If anybody knows what they are, please respond down in the comment section. Let me know what they are. In this mission, defeat the enemy hero in the east before the new day begins. Prepare a hero who can reach them, equip them with everything they need, and secure victory. Alright, well that's a somewhat daunting task. Alright, oh my god, that is actually a legit army. That might be a challenge, actually. I have to maybe not be terrible when I go and do that. I'm noticing the image up there of the hero for his army, and that is a Unfrozen, the developer thing. That is one of their creations for sure. 100% recognize it. That's funny. Eratus, I want to say, was the game. I don't know if that's the exact character, but it's either very similar or inspired by. So that's kind of cool. I approve. All right, so back to the task at hand. It looks like the only person who can make the run is going to be you. You have 10, 10, 10, 10 for stats. You have more stats than they do. Huh. You're level 15. Oh. That was weird. You're level 5. You're level 5. You're level 5. So by order of just stuff, it looks like you are definitely going to be the hero of doing stuff. So we will start preparing your exodus, and we'll run you on down this way. All right, so the heretic Avis is going to be dropping off some griffins. I'm going to put the angels over there. Ooh, we should also put artifacts or equipment over as well. Oh yeah, she's got some pretty nice stats, actually. Okay. So we'll do that. Her stats are already up to 16 with all these extra things. That's pretty good. I will take that. Alright. Then I suppose I'll move here. We're definitely not ready for whatever that battle is. Alright, Vesper. You go there. You go and you drop off whatever you've got. Alright, again, I think we need to make sure we bring all of the pieces of equipment over. Oh, that's a shield, not a belt. I don't know exactly how this is supposed to work. Maybe something like that, and then blam? I think so. And then we go with Vesper, and we bring Vesper. Let's just double check to make sure we got everything for Vesper. We did it backwards. We did it backwards. We are terrible at our jobs. That's my bad. That is my apology, sir. Alright, there we have it. And now we click on Vesper, who does have everything. I mean, I should have noticed just by the lack of troops, but I did not. Alright, we're going to head on up, and blam. Let's give you the rest of... This is a full set. Oops. This is a full set, isn't it? Shift is more info. Yeah, the Angelic Alliance. Creatures from different factions, doesn't really matter. Looks like all the creatures are the same faction. But the 6th set bonus is +2 initiative and speed to all friendly creatures. And it looks like we have the full 6. So yeah, that's really, really powerful. Why would you think that was the way I'd want that to go? It's fine, but it a little odd of choosing there. All right, we have all of the troops, and it is time for, who are you? Eos the Exalted, to go and do battle with Tarius, the enemy hero of destiny. Again, a big shout out to Unfrozen for. I see what you did. I approve. Like I said, I like the fact that character. Yeah. Okay, so remembering now what we need to remember. What? What does that mean? That means that we now remember that angels are vitally important to our success rate, which we already knew, but are also ranged characters. And now knowing this, and or remembering this more effectively and efficiently, yeah, we'll be able to form our wall of melee and defend our ranged characters. There's another world where this works in a different path. Like, this might not be the most efficient way. Hold on, let me see if I can come up with a better solution. I don't know that I can, but I think I can. Let me just see if there's a better way of doing it. No, I was in the better way already. I think if there's only 2, there's a better path. But with 3, I think we have to go in the corner like this. We got to wedge them. All right. Yeah, I think that's fine. All right. Start battle. Oh boy. Oh, we get our first real look at the undead. So skeleton archers, we have phantasms, we have Barghest, Kennel Master, the Avatar of War, the Vampire Lord, and the Lich. That's pretty sweet. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry. I was gonna move the map just by habit. WASD. I hit W. So I waited with our horsey guy. They cast some sort of spell. Let's see what our spells look like. Lightning Bolt, strong spell. I think they cast the kite. I think that is what they did. That lasts for 12 rounds. All enemies deal 25% damage. Reduced 20. All damage is reduced by 25 with basic attacks. All enemies cannot use ranged attacks? What? I think we're doing that one. Radiant armor. All friendlies take 35% less damage from any source. It's from melee attacks. Heavenly blades. All friendly creatures deal plus 100 pure damage upon attack. I imagine this is creatures stack and not each creature in the stack. So I think this is just a flat plus 100. I don't think it's 100 per creature, because that would be broken. I don't know if there's a better way to word it, but that's my assumption. Because if it's plus 100 per creature, we're just going to slaughter them in seconds. Okay, and it will restore the same amount of HP. It does not revive fallen units, though. Bonus damage instantly destroys summoned creatures and temporary stacks. Okay. And that lasts for 5 rounds. Oh my god, the buffs in this game are insane. And, oh my goodness, what is this? Strikes target enemy 4 times, dealing 1,620 damage. I want to do that, but I think the play is to do this. Stop them from able to range attack us. And then, I guess we just wait and we start lobbing some hate out at them, right? And deals 20. Okay. Okay, we got a double shot there. That was pretty nice. Oh, we do so much damage. I think I might focus... I wish we didn't have the broken thing. Oh, high morale. We get to do it again? We just basically ended their whole world. Do I step up? Is this even the play? I feel like we can be bold here, but I don't know that I want to. I think I'm just going to wait it out. Like, I really, really want to go aggressive and start attacking, because this is the only battle we have, but I think I'm going to play this like I normally would if I were trying to keep my army alive. I think I can do a hit-and-run tactic here, too, if I really, really wanted to. I'm debating whether I really, really want to or not. No, I think I'm going to play it safe. Alright, it's our turn again. Hello. I'm thinking Judgment, just drop it on this guy, right? I mean, it does so much damage. Like, it's an insane amount of damage. It kills every single stack except for this one in one single shot. So yeah, I think we're going to do that. That is ludicrous. Alright, I'm going to wait. Okay, that was good. They used lightning. That made sense. Oh, they hate my little swordsman. Alright, we can do heroic strike. I'm gonna wait on that. Upending pride. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that either. I think we finished that off. Oh, that's disappointing. I think our defensive line is just fine. I don't think we have to do anything else. And I think I can just attack you from here. I just swang on them. Yep. They're trying to get to our ranged, and they did lightning blast us. Alright, so I think I want to try this. Deals plus 20% range damage until the end of the round. I mean, I can just lock and load on, like, one of these closer groups, right? Well, I'm going to shoot twice, yeah, but I'm still only going to do 3 to 5. Alright, I'm going to take this one out. Hopefully we have enough to do this. I'm going to use my melee swing, and then I'm going to go and hope that's still not enough. Alright, big hit there. I don't think our I don't think our boys are long for this world. What do we have now? I kind of want to do that, but at the same time, I think I do Radiant Armor. I think it's just a bigger, better play. Could also reduce their damage. Yeah, let's do Radiant Armor. Oh, come on, man. We're hitting low damage numbers. I don't know what he hit us with there. We can check the combat log, though. We can definitely check the combat log. Let's see here. Vampire Lords. No, it wasn't them. The Avatar of War. It was before that, right? The Unnatural Calm. What does that mean? I think we can do this. Oh, minus 25% to basic. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill you anyway. Alright. We can get rid of you. I can bonk you on the head. Boom. This seems like a terrible idea, which I'm not going to do. I will melee strike you, but I'm going to defend or skip my turn or whatever. Alright. I suppose at this point, we start picking and choosing what we want to take down. Oh, that was very nice. Very, very, very nice. Alright, we should be doing really good on the morale. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we are. Just absolutely destroying the fools as they come up and try to step to us. So it is nice to see that things are working out the way we were intending, even though we weren't 100% sure that it would work out that way. Alright, so now we have the Griffins to do a thing. And I think the thing is still just hold the line, right? It just doesn't make any sense to not do that. Do Heavenly Blades. See what that does. And it did 100 extra damage or something, I think. Alright, we're going to try to take care of the Archdevils? The Vampire Lords, excuse me. Hey, we hit hard enough to actually kill something, and we didn't hit, like, the minimum amount of damage. It's almost like we're a hero, finally. Alright, what are we looking at? What are we looking at? What are we looking at? The little guys? I mean, they've tanked up quite a bit. They have done their due diligence. Let's get rid of you. Yeah. Yeah, I think we just focus on the grave dude in the back here. Oh, we are just obliterating everything, aren't we? And I believe we said good day, sir. Actually, hold on. Can we... Oh, we don't have enough damage. Oh, hold on. Yeah, we do. We definitely have enough damage. Oh, no, we don't have enough damage. Darn it. Wait, we might have enough damage. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. Alright, we did it. The hero got to do the deed at the end there. We lost no angels. We did get zapped like twice. We lost some of our radiant, glowing death from above people. None of the archers fell. We lost almost all of our swordsmen, but they held the line and didn't let anybody through. And that's how you protect your ranged units. Congratulations on successfully completing the mission. And of course, when you defeat an enemy hero, you get their entire stash of equipment, which you see right there. Very cool. Very, 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 very cool. Okay. So far, not too bad. This is a little longer than I was anticipating, but again, not too bad. I think what we're going to end up having to do is we'll split this and we'll do the challenges in 2 different episodes. I didn't expect a full, long, super lengthy battle there, but I enjoyed that. That was fun. It was nice to see actual real combat. So I think what we'll do is we'll do marketplaces and resources, and then we'll do whatever these 4 are the next time around. And if they're super short, that's fine. We'll just have a short episode. If they're lengthy, we'll finish them up no matter what. And then we'll move into other modes of the game. So that's the plan anyway. Marketplaces and resources. Learn how to trade resources using the marketplace and understand how resource exchange works. Let's do it. Dun, dun, dun. All right, this should be good. Should be pretty. I think this is gonna be quick. I think it's gonna be pretty easy. We'll see. All right, a lot of information about marketplaces. Hopefully everything is covered in here. They've done a pretty good job. It's been pretty extensive. Sometimes the ordering of like what I feel I would say is more important and like how I would explain it is slightly different than how they do, but they're still putting all the information there. You just have to be patient, read through it, and be like, I get it. So yeah, I'm impressed so far. And again, I don't think the developers are dumb or anything like that, or they don't know what they're doing. People like to read into stuff that isn't there. So I'm just saying that they're doing a good job. All right, throughout the game, you will need a variety of resources for building, recruiting armies, upgrading spells, and more. While many resources can be gathered naturally, sometimes you'll face situations where a crucial resource isn't readily available, but is needed immediately. That's when the marketplace comes to hand. It's a weird turn of phrase. All right, marketplace. Or the market, anyway, marketplace is a special building that can be constructed in your cities or found on the global map. It allows you to exchange some resources for others, except for alchemical dust. When you first open the exchange interface, you might notice the exchange rates are unfavorable. Fortunately, you can improve these rates to make the trades more beneficial. To lower these exchange rates, you can build as many marketplaces as possible in your cities. Yep, each marketplace should reduce it. And there are certain hero skills that you can learn that will improve trading in marketplaces. I don't know, again, specifically in this game, but you used to be able to have a skill in most of the HOMM games that allowed one of your heroes to act as a marketplace, or like you had one additional marketplace. So say it reduced everything by 500. So if you had like I don't know how to explain, like, it used to be a little bit complicated. Like you would start off and you would trade like 1 for 66 or something like that. I mean, that's probably way too much, but let's just say it was that. And then it would be like 1 to 33, and then it would reduce again, but it wouldn't be, like 1 to free. But yeah, you can reduce stuff. Maybe it was like 1 to 12, and then 1 to 9, and then 1 to 6, and then so on and so forth. Anyway. In this mission, you must acquire 10 crystal, 10 gems, and 10 mercury using the market and your hero's abilities. For your convenience, your hero's movement points are unlimited. Okay, so I'm just holding the Alt button. It highlights everything that is interactable on the map that you can see. And we can see that there are gems, mercury, and crystals down here, along with the 3 different wood piles and 3 cities. So I assume that no marketplaces are built. I don't think we can get to these. I think those are just there to annoy us. Alright, well, whatever. Let's gather up the wood. We have unlimited movement points, so we can go wherever we want, do whatever we want, and it doesn't matter. It's not going to change anything. So apparently there's a win condition. Don't know what that win condition is going to be. I mean, I do. We have to get 10, 10, and 10, but I don't know why they felt the need to give us unlimited movement, but you know what? I'm not going to complain. All right, so we do not have a marketplace. We are going to buy and build our first marketplace. And there it is, all shiny and new. We're going to take a peek over here, and we're going to click. Oh, did they changed this, right? This okay. I guess everybody was confused on how that was before. That or my brain has auto corrected now, and this makes sense to me. I don't know. But this is, I believe, makes sense to me, and this is how it should have been, right? This is stuff that you're selling, this is stuff that you're buying. So yes. I'm 99% sure that they changed it. Alright, with one marketplace, it's 2,000 gold for one single gem. that is going to burn through our stuff really quickly. Basically, we're going to end up, to get 10, we'll end up using 20,000. So we would only be able to get 2 groups. So that's not going to work for us, which we already expected. They did say that if we continue to build marketplaces in each city, that number should go down. And now it's down by 250. So that's much better. And then we go to the third one and we build it here. Okay, and now when we click, boom, 1,500. Now, I am going to check to see if we have any bonuses on our hero, because they specifically mentioned the hero bonuses, but all we have is economics, expert economy, 1,500 gold daily. That's fine. The 1,500, we don't have enough to get all of the resources. All right. Well, let's buy some. We can get 10. We can get 10. And then we can only get 7? Okay. Alright, so what is the trick to this? Again, we can't access these. There's no way we can, like, well, we're in the city, but we can't, like, get close and grab. Nope. Alright. Oh, alright. I know what would be smart, and this is probably how they... Okay, this is not how they did it, but this would have been really smart and really clever, is if we had 1 law point, and we could have had resource riches. Provides a one-time bonus of 2,500 gold, which would not give us quite enough, would it? No, we need 1,500. That would put us... No, we'd still be short, but we can then sell the wood and the ore, or maybe exchange it, and that might be enough to actually give us the advantage. But they didn't go that route. I feel like that would have been a very, very clever and smart way to do this. So what trick are they doing, or did they bug out the scenario? Okay. Alright, now, the logical person in me, which arguably doesn't exist, but we'll pretend that for this instance it does. When something tells you you need 10 crystal, 10 gems, and 10 mercury, that means you need 10 crystal, 10 gems, 10 mercury. It doesn't, in general, mean that you need to hit a threshold of having 10, and then you can sell all of them, and then it's fine. So, I don't know that this is the trick. I'm going to try it. I don't think it's going to work because that's stupid, but what if we sold, or exchanged, we don't have to sell them, what if we exchanged some of the crystal or the mercury to get gems, or maybe both? I think it's going to fail because we won't have 10. I don't know what the point of this was. This is kind of dumb, but whatever. Let's see if that works. Again, 100% should not work. This is stupid, but I mean, maybe it works. Oh, we just do it with 1. All right. Oh, because of course it did. Okay, I mean, that was literally the only thing we had left to try. And again, I'm going to reiterate, and I apologize. I know some people are probably going to think that was clever. For me, getting a certain amount of objectives means you have to have all those objectives at once. Like, that's just how it is ingrained in me. Because, like, in every... And again, we're going to utilize other HOMMs as a point of reference, so I apologize. I know this is its own beast, and I appreciate that. But in other HOMMs and most other games, accrue 10,000 of this, build this many of that. Buildings usually stay, right? It's not like build them and tear them down. But like in HOMM, it's like build up an army of X number of skeletons. If you get to that army... trying to think, but then you needed like other units. I'm trying to think if that worked or didn't. I don't know. But generally you had to have A, B, and C all done at the same time. It wasn't like you have A and C done. Okay, cool. Those are done. Now you can do whatever you want with that. It was get like all of the check marks checkmarked at the same time. So this is very weird. Anyway, I'm not going to get too far into it. I did not like this. I think this was, again, shows you that you can trade resources for other resources. I kind of understand where they're going with the trade stuff. I think utilizing the laws was a much more clever option. Them telling us that we had to utilize our hero. Also, I didn't try, and I should have because I'm stupid. I didn't try ending the turn. Maybe you could do it more than one turn. I just assumed because we had unlimited movement that they didn't want us to end the turn. So I apologize. I could have tried that too. In fact, I will try that right now. I'm going to go try it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of how that was. I could definitely see people thinking that that was bugged. I thought it was bugged. And not trying that eventuality. I mean, that's really the only thing left to do, but I mean, it doesn't make sense to do it. I don't like that. Can we end the turn? No. Can we end it with a key? We can, but it doesn't look like it's actually ending the turn. Okay. Anyhow, sorry guys and gals. I know I'll rain on your parade a little bit there, but it's all fine. Again, clever way. Go around, build the marketplaces. You're short. You can sell one resource or exchange one resource for another. It gives you that mentality to be like, oh, well, if we have an overabundance of crystal or mercury, we can exchange them for gems. That's cool. Like, I understand. I still didn't like it, but that's on me. Anyway, folks, that is going to do it for this particular episode. I hope you guys are enjoying the demo as much as I am, despite this last mission being a little bit of an annoyance for me. I apologize, but in general, I've been enjoying this a lot. The tutorials are great. I really like that. I'm looking forward to getting into a bit more of the meat of the game. But, for me, the real pleasure and joy of playing the HOMM series, where it's different for a lot of other people. But for me, I really like the campaigns and the story missions and the handcrafted everything. You know, that to me is the bread and butter of the HOMM series. I like it the most. A lot of people like doing custom maps or playing against other people or whatever. That's not really my thing. But I'm super happy that it exists and other people get to enjoy the same game that I love in a completely different way. It's really cool. All right, folks, I'm done babbling. Till the very next episode, I've been your host, Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show. We play, we fight, we conquer.